Previously on Life is Strange.
Don't try to hide, Max! Get over here! Let me capture you!
Maybe I'll be safe in the lighthouse. Maybe I'll wake up.
If you know the whereabouts of Miss Caulfield, please tie her up and inform me or David Madsen. She's wanted for the death of Chloe Price and Rachel Amber.
Damn it, Max! Wake up!
You can run, but you can't hide from your white knight.
Oh, I didn't know you had to get groceries. Of course I'll come pick you up. Shit, where are those keys?
How long will this nightmare go on?
Max is a fucking child.
Her breath was ass and no tongue.
She's like my personal puppet. You're the real Storm.
Don't kill us, Max!
Who are you? Holy shit, are you serial? I'm you, dumbass. Or I'm one of many Maxes you've left behind. Chloe does a better job of guilt-tripping me than you do. Because you let her bully you. My name is Max Caulfield. I'm 18 years old. Years ago, my family moved away and I left behind my childhood. After 5 years, I'm back in my hometown, Arcadia Bay, Oregon. Now I'm studying photography at Blackwell Academy, my new home. In the end, it's still high school, which kind of sucks. Then there's Chloe.
Home, shit, home. Let's dance! Or take my picture with your new camera. Come on, rock out, girl!
Then something happened. Something that changed my life forever.
Oh! No!
I discovered I could reverse time.
After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield.
I am seriously glad to see you.
Welcome home, Max. Fasten your seatbelt.
Oh, so now we are outside? And there are some other... This is moments from this week. This is where we met Chloe and she was driving us home to her house. So this was, I think this was the first day. Yeah, it must have been the first day. So these are moments that is frozen in time. What Max said to us, that Chloe have been bullying us. I'm not sure if that is true or not, but Chloe sure have done some things that a friend shouldn't do to a friend. I am mostly thinking about when she claimed that her weed belonged to Max. That is a shitty thing to do. That is a really shitty thing to do. And that ended up with Max being in trouble and she got suspended. So yeah, maybe Chloe isn't Max's best friend after all, because Chloe have done a lot of shitty things against Max. But I guess that she have done some good things also. Maybe she haven't. She have talked a lot about Rachel, so it seems like she cares more about Rachel than Max. But I don't know. Let's see if we can peek inside here. It looks like we are stuck in time somehow. There's the lighthouse, so I will follow the trail here and go to the lighthouse.
I know it was your birthday last month. This was my real father's camera. I want you to have it.
Yes, of course it's cool. Thank you. This camera is so sweet.
Now that we got that mushy shit out of the way, I feel like stage diving. Let's thrash this place. Yep, I'm fucking insane in the brain. Let's dance! Shake that bony white ass. Or take my picture with your new camera.
Yeah, that's right. Chloe gave her father's camera to Max when Max's camera broke. So that is a really sweet thing to do, because it was her father's camera, and with that camera he took his last picture. That was before he died, but Chloe still gave it to Max. So that was a really sweet thing to do. So I'm kinda regretting what I said about her at the car, because now I remember that she gave Max her father's camera, and yeah, there is that was a really great gift. I'm just looking around here to see if I can see something special. Well, this moment right here, it was really special. So maybe Chloe is a better friend than I thought that she is, because that is a really sweet thing to do. Let's continue on to the next moment and see what... Oh, that's when she dances on her bed.
Fucking rules. Can't dance, hippie? Come on. Rock out, girl.
Yo, turn it off! Turn it off! You need to hide now. My stepdad will kill me if he finds you here.
Yeah, and this is the moment when we tried to hide, but we couldn't find any good hiding place. So David busted in Chloe's room, and that is when he found out that there was weed in Chloe's room. And Chloe accused, or not accused, but claimed that the weed belonged to Max, which it didn't, but being a good friend, Max took blame for the weed, which which made her end up in trouble later on when she got suspended from school. So that was a shitty thing of Chloe to do. Yeah, that she's holding her blunt there, or whatever it's called. And there is Max taking a photo. Yeah, let's continue down this trail.
You were here today, Max. You saved me. I'm still tripping on that. Seeing you after all these years feels like...
Destiny.
If this is destiny, I hope we can find Rachel. I miss her, Max. What the hell is this?
Snowflakes? Or a storm is coming?
Max, start from the beginning. Tell me everything.
So this was at the lighthouse when they were watching the sunset, or not the sunset, the sun go down. Yeah, the sunset. And it started to snow. That's when the weather started to change. And Chloe talked about Rachel, and of course she missed Rachel, but sometimes it seemed like she cared more about Rachel than what she cared about Max. And that is the snow that we see there. Okay.
Let's talk about your superpower. Epic! I pledge allegiance to Max and the power for which she stands. You can rewind time, Max. That's fucking insane. We have to play. You need a sidekick to guide you.
Okay, Girl Wonder. Show me the way to Chloe's cave.
Yeah, this was in the diner. I think this was the second day when we ate breakfast at the diner. Maybe it was the third day. No, I think it was the second day. This Tuesday, in other words, when we proved our power to rewind time for Chloe, because she didn't believe us before we proved it, and no wonder, because that is something that is really hard to understand. But we proved, or we said what was in Chloe's pockets, and then we said what was going to happen at the diner, which made Chloe believe in us. But when she found out about Max's power, she wanted to have fun with it. And that is something that, well, in a way I kinda understand why she wanted to have fun with Max's powers, but on the other hand, that is something that you shouldn't misuse. Is that a word? I'm not sure. Yeah, let's continue down the trail here.
Welcome to American Rust, my home away from hell.
Raw and rough. It suits you.
Max, do you know how awesome this is? I get my best friend back, and she's also supersized.
I don't feel so super.
Max, here, let me help you find a place to chill. You freaked me out there. Do you feel any better now?
Yeah. This was at the junkyard. After we had been at the diner, Chloe had stolen a gun from David, and she used it to fire at Bartle, but she wanted us to tell her how she was aiming before she shot. So she took a shot, and then we rewind time and told her if she needed to aim higher or lower, or more to the left or to the right. And at the junkyard, she ordered Max to find bottles that we could shoot at, and while Max was looking for those bottles, Chloe just rested. She didn't do anything to help. She just sat down and drank beer. So that was she was kinda mostly like bossing Max around, which isn't a cool thing to do when you are best friends. And we used our power or ability to rewind time too many times, so Max fainted and she started to have nosebleed. But then Chloe took care of Max, and that was a sweet thing to do. Like we can see here, Max is resting in Chloe's lap because she fainted. So that was both a sweet and a not so sweet moment. So let's continue here. This is the railroad tracks.
You saved me again. Crazy. Now we're totally bonded for life. Since you're the mysterious superhero, I'll be your faithful chauffeur and companion.
My powers might not last, Chloe.
That's okay. We will. Forever.
Yeah, this was a reckless moment. This was after we had shot the bottles. We walked along, or not along, on the railroad track. And for whatever reason, Chloe and Max laid down on the tracks and talked about, I guess, stuff in general. But they were really careless, and then Max got up from the tracks, and she started to feel a little weak again, but she was kind of right, I think. And then Chloe yelled for help because she got stuck on the railroad track. Her shoe got stuck in the tracks, and we tried to help her get away, but her shoe was stuck that hard that we just couldn't get her off. So we had to go into a nearby hut or shed and find some tools so we could cut the wires to the tracks. So we managed to get that train over here to I don't really exactly know how it went down, but somehow we managed to get Chloe off the tracks and the train continued to its destination. I see here that the number on the train is 1337, which is nerd speech for Leith. That is a kind of funny detail, and on this moment which we witness now, the train is braking, so sparks are flying from the wheels, and Max is trying to pull Chloe from the tracks. Oh yeah, this is where they was walking on the railroad tracks. They were holding hands. This was a really sweet moment, but it was so reckless and dangerous to walk on the railroad track like this. And if Max hadn't the ability to rewind time, then Chloe would have been dead. So we have saved Chloe from dying numerous times. The first time was in the bathroom when she was shot by Nathan, and the other time was, I think it was on the railroad tracks, because she would have been crushed by that train here if it wasn't for Max's ability to rewind time. So that was the only reason why we could save her. So far we saved Chloe's life 2 times.
I'm so glad you're my partner in crime.
As long as you're my partner in time. I might get on the other side of that door before you, Lupin.
The race is on. See you soon. Welcome to my domain.
You are magic! I have no clue how the hell you got in there, but you did it, sister.
Yeah, this is when we broke into Principal Wells' office in order to find some clues about Rachel and Kate and some other people, Nathan as well. This was outside his office, and Chloe have some lockpicking skills which didn't work out. We got in school though because of Chloe had stolen David's keys to the school. So we managed to get into the school with the keys, but he didn't have any keys to the principal's office. So Chloe tried to pick the lock, which she couldn't, so we had to blast the door open with a homemade bomb. And both Chloe and Max were on it to break into the school, but it was mostly because of Chloe that we broke into school. But they did it together, so I think that they are both to blame. When they reached the principal's office, though, on the other side here, Chloe found a big stash of cash for the handicapped fund that she wanted to steal, and in all honesty, I kinda wanted to steal it too, but I changed my mind and chose to not steal the money. But Chloe wanted to steal the money for the handicapped fund, so that wasn't good. But later on, it ended up that we didn't steal the money because Max told her to not do it. So Chloe didn't steal the money, and it turned out that she managed without stealing the money. So yeah, it was a good thing that they didn't steal the money. Yeah, let's continue down. Oh, this is from the principal's office.
Max, you better come check out these files.
It's not a drawing. Look. Rachel in the dark room. Rachel in the dark room. Over and over. That's it. No, you are not taking the cozy chair.
Max, do your powers include mind reading? Or did you just rewind because I tried to steal the chair? Shit, I'm confused.
It's the powers of best friendship. I know how you roll.
Okay, so yeah, this was from inside the principal's office, and it is Nathan that drew that picture, and he was writing Rachel in the dark room over and over, and we thought that Nathan was a psychopath because it looked like it, but as it turned out, Nathan was manipulated by Jefferson, and Jefferson later killed Nathan. So Nathan was not as much of a victim as Mr. Jefferson's other victims, but almost as much victim as all the others, because he was manipulated. But he had it in him to kill, because Nathan shot Chloe in the bathroom on Monday, and that is when everything started. That was the moment when Max found out about her ability to rewind time. And this is where Chloe found the stash of the money, but we didn't steal it, as I said before. Okay, so yeah, I should continue down this path here.
Cowabunga! Why, look, an otter in my water. Your power is changing everything, Max. Especially you. I can already tell. You're not so chicken shit anymore.
Thanks, girlfriend.
And you make me feel like I have a reason for still being in Arcadia Bay.
This was a moment that happened after they had broken into the principal's office. Chloe also had the key to the gymnastic hall, to the pool, So they took a splish splash, as they said. They bathed in the pool, and it was a pretty good moment for both Chloe and Max. However, Chloe told Max to turn on the lights in the pool, which Max did, but Chloe more or less ordered Max to turn on the lights in the pool. So Chloe is bossing Max around quite a bit when you think about it. They later got caught. No, they didn't get caught, but they almost got caught by David because the alarm went off, and David and some other security guys arrived to the pool area, and we had to hide in order to not get caught. Yeah, I should continue down this road.
Let's call it a draw. I'm gonna freeze my ass off when I get out.
You look cute with your hair soaked in chemicals.
Hide! Hide! You can't go back to your dorm now. You're a Blackwell fugitive. Crash at my place tonight.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about when they were hiding from the security guards. And since there were security around the campus, then Max followed with Chloe back to her home, and they slept in the same bed. This was on Tuesday night, I think. And this is from the pool area as well. So yeah, they ran together in Chloe's car, and they didn't get caught, but Chloe's car got spotted by a cop. So I guess that later on she will get in trouble, perhaps, from busting into the pool area, or not busting, but breaking in. Even though she had keys, they were still breaking in. So yeah, let's continue down this path here.
Photobomb!
Photo hog. It feels like a different world from yesterday.
We left a skid mark on Blackwell last night.
I wish we could just hang out all morning like we used to. Maybe we should get up. I have to get back to Blackwell soon.
I think this was Wednesday morning when they woke up in Chloe's bed, and Max took a selfie. So this is in Chloe's bedroom, and Max's clothes were still smelling of chemicals from when they bathed in the pool. So Chloe landed out close to Max because of her clothes were smelling chemicals. So Max landed some of Rachel's old clothes that she had left at in Chloe's closet. I think this is from that.
I double dare you. Kiss me now.
Sorry, not that easy.
Oh, like I am? Just admit that you already macked on me, then used your rewind.
Now I can text Warren that you're saving yourself all for him.
You're such a dork.
Yeah, this was when Max was going to get dressed. Chloe dared Max to kiss her, but since they are friends, I really didn't want them to kiss, and since Chloe might have a thing for Warren as well, because he seems like a really nice guy, so I think that Max should really give him a chance. And later on we kissed Warren. So yeah, I thought that it was kinda weird that Chloe double dared Max to kiss her. But yeah, I guess that Chloe was in a relationship with Rachel, so she is either bisexual or lesbian. I don't know about Max though. I see Max as a heterosexual, but I don't know if she might be bi-curious or whatever you call it. Yeah, well anyway, enough about that. Let's continue.
Oh, we could cruise everywhere in this bad boy. Can you see us heading down the coast of Big Sur and beyond? I know, just daydreaming. That makes me ill that Rachel posed like this for Frank. I wrote him love letters. I can't believe she was banging Frank. Rachel straight up lied to my face. Why didn't she say anything?
Because she knew how you would react.
And she wasn't much of a friend, huh? Just another person who shits all over me. Why does everybody in my life let me down? My dad gets killed, you bail on me for years. My mother gloms onto stepfucker. Now Rachel betrays me.
Yeah, this was from inside Frank's RV. We stole the keys to his RV, and so we managed to get inside it. We lured out the dog first though, by throwing him a bone. And then we snooped around in Frank's RV after proof of Rachel's disappearance, but we found a notebook filled with memorabilia from Rachel with pictures and letters that she had wrote. And it turned out that Rachel and Frank was in a relationship, which made Chloe furious. And here we can see Max dressed up in Rachel's old clothes.
Not until I see it first. You know the rules, Dad.
Dude, I am so lucky that my father is cool. Max, you are being so fucking strange. You feel okay?
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
Yeah, this is when we got back home to our dorm room. We earlier that day on the morning, that must have been Wednesday morning, we got an old Polaroid picture of Chloe and Max when they were younger, and it was the last picture that Chloe's dad William ever took, and Chloe's mom Joyce gave it to Max. When we later got back home to our dorm room, Max took a look on the picture, and it started to vibrate, and it came alive. We went into the moment when the picture was taken. So here we see young Chloe and young Max. And here we see a bunch of stuff, and the telephone that rang, which made William answer the phone, and ultimately that ended his life, because he was killed in a car accident when he was on his way to Joyce, because she needed to be picked up with groceries, but he never made it because he got killed in a car accident. So we did everything we could to stop him, and eventually we managed to save William from being killed in that car accident. So I'm not sure if we are going to see any pictures of William, or what will happen up here. Yeah, here we have.
Weird hanging out with you again.
I know. I'm glad we are, though.
Look, the worst thing you can do is treat me like a baby. I still want to laugh and talk shit with my best friend. Can we stop? This is seriously the best view of the sunset. What do photographers call that?
The golden hour.
Yeah, this is in an alternative timeline. After we had saved William from being killed in a car accident, it turned out that by saving William, Chloe ended up in a wheelchair because she was in a car accident. She wasn't killed, but she were paralyzed from her neck down. So she pretty much couldn't move. So she was in a wheelchair, and when she wasn't in a wheelchair, she just laid in a hospital bed. Well, it was in a hospital bed, but it was in her house. However, Joyce and William had redecorated the house, so Chloe's room were in the garage, or not in the garage, but in an adjoining room, because she couldn't get up to her old room since she was immobilized. So she couldn't get up the stairs, and she was in great pain. She was in need of morphine, and she couldn't breathe on her own. So she had this machine here that helped her breathe. So they were down at the beach watching the sunset, and it was a beautiful moment, but very tragic because of Chloe's inability to move. Yeah, so let's continue.
Whoa, awesome picture. We look so badass in our pirate gear.
We should have taken over Arcadia Bay when we had the chance.
Listen, Max. My respiratory system is failing, and it's only getting worse. I've heard the doctors talking about it when they thought I was zonked out. So I know I'm just putting off the inevitable while my parents suffer along, and I will too. This isn't how I want things to end.
What? What are you saying?
I'm saying that being with you again has been so special.
I just wanted to feel like when we were kids running around Arcadia Bay and everything was possible, and you made me feel that way today. I want this time with you to be my last memory. Do you understand?
This was a both beautiful and horrible moment, which many of the moments are in Life is Strange. They are both beautiful and horrible. This is when they got back home, they watched a movie, and then Max fell asleep because this was Wednesday night. They watched a movie together after they had watched the sunset. And the morning after, Chloe asked Max to take out the photo album, and they looked through the photos together. But later on, Chloe asked Max for something that she couldn't do. Chloe asked Max to end her life because she was in such great pain, and she knew that she was dying, and the hospital bills and everything around her disability costed a lot of money, which put Joyce and William in a lot of financial trouble. So she asked Max to end her life because she didn't want to live anymore, and she wanted this moment to be her last memory. But Max just couldn't kill her friend. It would have been, in a way, it would have been the most humane thing to do, but it is a lot to ask for someone to end your life. So yeah, it was a pretty hard. No, it was a hard question, but the decision to not end her life was easy to take, because it is wrong to end someone's life. But meanwhile, I do understand why she wanted to die, and sometimes I think that if you are really ill and you want to die, then you should have the ability to get help to die. Let's say if you are dying in cancer and you don't want to suffer anymore, you know that you will die sooner or later, you just don't want to suffer, then I think that it should be legal to end someone's life if they really don't want to suffer anymore. But that is a really hard question. But I think that Max just shouldn't have to kill her friend. That is something that some trained personnel should have to do, because it is a lot to ask for, to get killed. But I do understand why she wanted to get killed. Because when you have a pet and that pet gets sick, and there isn't a treatment for that disease, maybe your pet gets cancer or something like that, or gets old and sick, then you take your pet to the veterinarian in order to ease the pain that your animal is in, by putting it down. So I think that it should be the same for humans. If someone really wants to die, I think that it should be legal to do so in a hospitalized environment, or maybe at home, but at least by a trained person, that, like a doctor or someone like that. But it is a really hard question, and I think there is some debates about it. I think there is like a suicide clinic in Switzerland or somewhere like that. I'm not totally sure, but there is some country that allows death help, or whatever it is called. But enough about that. Let's continue down this path here.
Chloe, you're back. I'm so glad you're here.
You sound high, but thanks for the morning grope. Since we were up all night playing CSI Arcadia Bay, I was still spaced out here trying to put all this info together.
Yeah, this was back to the original timeline, when Chloe and Max tried to figure out the clues that they had collected about where Rachel could be. They put up the evidence on that board in the background, which they painted on when they were young. So they went through a lot of evidence, and they found out that there was a barn where they had coordinates and stuff like that, which led them to a barn. And I would guess that we will go to the barn next.
Kate wasn't the first. All those binders are filled with other victims. Victoria has to be next. Nathan must be planning to dose her tonight at the Vortex Club party.
Rachel. This can't be real. These are all post shots, right? Right?
The junkyard! Max, we have to find that spot now! Then we can see what he did. There's no way she's dead. No way! She posed for those pictures, Max. I know it. Please, let's go.
Yeah, so believe it or not, well, if you have followed my playthrough, or maybe if you have played the game yourself, you know that we found a bunker in the barn. It was well hidden, but we found the entrance to it, and in that bunker there was some really sick and fucked up stuff. Mr. Jefferson had a bunch of binders where he put photos of his victims. Among them was Kate and Rachel, and Chloe saw that Rachel was buried at the dug down, buried. Yeah, she was buried or put in a hole in the ground at the junkyard. So yeah, a lot of sick stuff went down in this bunker. So let's continue down the path.
Rachel! Oh, Rachel, no, please not her!
Chloe.
Rachel, why?
I'm sorry, Chloe. I'm so sorry.
I loved her so much. How can she be dead? What kind of world does this? Who does this?
Yeah, this was a sorrowful moment because Chloe and Max dug at the spot where they saw that Rachel was put in the ground, and they found her body. It is hard to see it here, but she's laying in that hole in the ground. So they found her dead body, and Chloe got devastated when she saw Rachel's body. So yeah, this was at the junkyard, and it was really heartfelt moment when Chloe got devastated. And yeah, at the time we thought that Nathan was the one who had killed Rachel, because of the evidence that we had, which pointed towards him. Let's continue down the path to a forest, it looks like.
Come on, Max, we're almost there. Please wake up! Max, come on now. Don't worry. We'll be okay.